Welcome to another guide to FTL Multiverse. This one's a little different, so let me open with a bit of an anecdote. I have kind of a problem, and it's called the old school RuneScape fight caves. To sum up, it's like Game. You know Game, right? You match the fruits, and you get bigger fruits? The fight caves are a lot like that, but the fruits are trying to kill you. And the watermelon has a Glock. I'm pretty bad at the fight caves, and I haven't been able to beat it because of my awful multitasking skills. Like all other problems in life, FTL is probably the answer to this one too. There's been a fad of sorts in the FTL community called No Pause FTL, or completing a run completely in real time. You can't use the spacebar to control the flow of the game and analyze a fight, and things getting hairy ends up with more than just a close shave. Multiverse, one of the bigger mods for FTL, is substantially more complex than the base FTL, so we're going to win a run without pausing here either. This is going to work great. Full disclosure, I'm not remotely the first person to attempt this in Multiverse. It won't surprise you at this point, but I'm not good at FTL. I get away with a lot of stuff because I play on standard difficulty. Terria's OP has a great playlist of No Pause Multiverse at high difficulty, and does so with a lot of different ships. On top of that, they have a lot of other great Multiverse videos. Give them a subscribe and a few watches. They're fantastic at Multiverse and deserve a lot more subs than they currently have. Now, watch me play the game, but substantially worse. I almost forgot, I'm extra shoddy. Welcome to No Pause FTL Multiverse. We're starting our first run with Union A, which is a solid ship on standard difficulty. It comes with 2 lasers, upgraded doors, and an increased capacity for crewmates. Multiverse is a lot more forgiving in the early game, and as long as you're prioritizing the right systems to destroy and invest in early shields, you shouldn't run into too many problems in Sector 1. It really is the best thing you can buy with 110 scrap. Now what's the worst? 1/7 of an Uwu point. Upgraded doors simplify a lot of crew combat situations by simply not allowing them to happen. Who needs fist fighting when you have the cold, vast indifference of space? Like standard FTL, problems can and will spiral out of control if you're not paying attention. Did something catch fire? You better put it out. Is the enemy jumping aboard and jumping your crew? You better get them out of there. Are they inside your head? Well, consider seeking therapy with today's sponsor, but Mind Control. It really helps, you know. We've made our way to Sector 3, and with it, have come face to face with some increasingly strong enemy loadouts. This is a good time to invest in a 3rd layer of shields, and some extra systems along with it. The best defense is a good offense, you know. But you really shouldn't skimp on the defense either. I've kind of run out of things to say about this stage of the run, so let me sing the praises of one of my favorite weapon types. Missiles that set things on fire. The gift of Prometheus keeps on giving in Multiverse, at least when you're not on the receiving end. You can break through shields, impede repairs on burning systems, and you'll keep damaging these systems and the crew they're stuck in until the rooms run out of air. It's very good. Hey, off-topic question, have you ever experienced everything going to hell? Death spirals are a fact of life, which is really upsetting if you like living. It starts with 1 or 2 things going wrong. A crewmate gets mind controlled while they're operating a key system. Then your doors get wrecked by artillery. And then all of a sudden your world changes. The Mantis are on board. So this is a good time to pause and, oh right, we can't. Our weapons are busted, we can't fight back against the weapons or the unwelcome guests, so we need to make a choice. Win or die. I choose to run away. This is the part of the game where you start facing off against elite crewmates. These fights can't be number games anymore, because their numbers are better than yours. You'll also start seeing every missile loadout's mortal enemy, a basic defense drone. If your other weapons are lacking, you may have to make the forbidden investment, the defense scrambler. This isn't the best way to spend 110 scrap, but you gotta do what you gotta do. While we're talking about questionable investments, let's talk about a few others. Breach sealant, medbot dispersal, and other quality of life upgrades are a lot more helpful on pauseless runs. While none of these are necessary, they can simplify tough situations and buy you time in very bad ones. The fewer battles you're fighting, the easier it is to focus on the important ones. You know what else simplifies a fight? Mind control. Whether it's reverting your enemy's brainwashing or turning a boarding party into a crappy party. Mind control is great for stopping an engagement from becoming exponentially more complicated. And that's really the big focus for our no-pause multiverse, keeping situations simple so you don't have to unravel things. We finally made it to the flagship, and it's time to break down the fight. Step 1. Deal with the boarding onslaught. Step 2. Take out their missiles. Step 3. Solar Kernel, my beloved. Step 4. Deal with the boarders again. Step 5. Deal with the missiles again. Step 6. Fix all the systems that the missiles broke. Step 14. Wait, why aren't we using the defense drone? Step 28. Deal with their shields. Step 29. Take out the hull. Good job. We've dealt with Phase 1 of the final boss. It's progress, at the very least. Phase 2 of the flagship is significantly easier, as we have our whole squad and the enemy has 2 guys, 2 drones, and a dream and a half. But their dream sucks, so we gotta kill them. Take out the missiles, distract the crew, and break down their drones. I forgot my defense drone again! The last phase, the wasting my time by cloaking too much phase, is self-explanatory. I'm going to use my drones this time. And now we've beaten Multiverse without pausing, and without really diving into crew combat. I need to do this again, don't I? Boarding in no-pause Multiverse is a bit more challenging. You're dividing your attention across 2 ships and actively trying to keep your crewmates alive in hostile territory. None of this stops damage from accumulating on your own cruiser, so you need to either have very tanky boarders or very fast ones. We're going to try a Mantis cruiser for the next no-pause run. It's not too hard to get a big Mantis crew together early, and most early game crew won't stand up to a 4-man Tis boarding party. Too bad we ran into Vampweeds. There's absolutely no way we're winning a fair fight against 3 Vampweeds. So what's a Mantis boarding party to do? Constant and immediate cowardice. And cowardice pays off. We make it back, and then beat them up again. The first run-ending mistake failed to defeat us, but the second one sure did. I forget that nerve gas is popular with renegades, and my crew paid for it. We need to run that one back. I didn't mention it before, but the latest Multiverse update brought some very nice quality of life features, including an instant heal function if your ship is safe, has a medbay, and is outside of combat. It really cuts back on downtime and makes it so you don't have to indulge in really stupid strategies like waiting for a medic to use their ability 6 times. It also makes unorthodox cruisers a lot less frustrating. In any case, we've rebuilt our 4-man band. Buddy Holly and the guys that look like crickets if you squint hard enough. The run goes smoothly until we reach a quest to fight a suzerain, and it becomes clear that Mantis combat is going to play out as nature intends, with someone's head getting bit off. Luckily, nature also finds a way, and we're greeted by a new baby boy to join our crew. I don't think it was related to the head-biting thing, but you never know. We make our way through Duskbringer space by being very careful not to lose everyone in an 8-man melee when half the combatants have explosive farts. Mistakes happen, and mistakes hurt, but we make it to a store for repairs with our crew intact. Since we have a solid crew in the mid-game, we can splurge a little bit, upgrade our medbay, and install the Mantis Murder Machine perk. When you're boarding, sensors, or slug crewmate, whichever works, are a lot more important. Even a split second where you know how many and what kind of crewmates you're fighting gives you a moment to plan, and immediately abandon that plan once you panic. We make our way to the sector, and soon enough we're reunited with my beloved, the cool missile that sets things on fire and traps people inside. I missed you, buddy. We skip a few steps and now we're back at the flagship. Our strategy isn't too different than the prior attempt, but we do need to prioritize dealing with their crew. The fewer members on their ship, the better, so long as there's at least... You know what? I believe in our Mantis men. I'm sure they don't need something so trivial as Well, they did break the record for holding their breath, so they've done their part. We have all the tools we need to finish this fight, and their sacrifice will not go unremembered.
Somebody's hiding.
So, now that we've got some wins under our belt, how does No Pause Multiverse compare with the base game? It's surprisingly doable. It's hard to know in the moment when you make mistakes, and things can go south fast, but that isn't so different than most FTL runs, now is it? Keeping track of things, and more importantly, keeping them on track, isn't the kind of thing you can take a break from and expect nothing to change. That's true to life, and I think I'm glad that's the case here too. There's one more quality of life feature they added in Multiverse that I want to talk about. If you want to try pauseless Multiverse, but don't quite feel confident in your reaction time, you can slow down the game to half speed, letting you practice managing situations in real time. There's also the option to double the speed of everything. I have to do this too, now don't I? Well, that worked out great. Also, I beat Jad. Am I cool now, Dad? Thanks for watching, and thank you for 1,000 subscribers. Life's been all over the place for me recently, but I'd like to make another FTL video sooner rather than later. It might be a little bit before you see another upload, but I will return, assuming everything works well. Stay classy, and stay kind.